We got Joe, we got Sonny, we got Jennifer Hamlin, we got Justin Beasley, the only one that's not repping Santa's trees this morning. Santa's trees out here in Providence done a lot in the community for us. We're actually going to do some giveaways here for our Mount Juliet Special Census. You've heard it a million times. Hopefully, you filled it out at least once. MJCensus.org. Miss Hamlin, tell us why we reached out to Santa's trees when we were talking about giving some exposure to so many businesses, small and local this week. Santa's trees, really one of the first that came to your mind.
Well, that's right, because they're always help the community. He donates our city Christmas tree every year that's located in front of our general store. It comes delivered to us with lights and everything, and we appreciate that so much. But he also does so much more in the community. He donates trees to our help center for families in need that may want a Christmas tree or be in need of that. And we just wanted to show him a little love this morning, and he's always willing to go the extra mile. I got here today and he was like, how many trees do you need? You need 20? No, Sonny, 2's enough. But he's so nice, and we just love that about him. So we appreciate all you do for our community.
Thank you, Jennifer. It's a pleasure to have y'all out here. You know, I was born and raised in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, and I got to Mount Juliet. It felt like I was home. I tried to leave this place in 2008 to move down on my farm down there. And I knew in 2 weeks I made the biggest mistake of my life. I didn't make too many mistakes, but I made a big one there. And so happened I was allergic to all my cows. And the doctors told me either leave the farm or she can bury me in the pasture. So I had the biggest news I ever heard in my life. So,
and you've been here since
72. January 2nd, 72.
So just after we incorporated.
Right. I went with Thomas Nelson. Started a company called the Varsity Company over there, the college kids that sell books in the summertime. And I was there 40 years, sold out to 2008-9. And I kind of just retired, thought I did anyway. I was going down to my farm and feed my cows, bush hog. And the first day on the bush hog, I hit a tree and tore the bush hog to pieces. I knew I was in trouble then. So making a long story short, it's been a pleasure to be back in Mount Juliet. If somebody had come here 25 years ago, they would not know this place. What the city of Mount Juliet has done as far as development is what I call first class. They have done, the only thing we need to do is work on our roads, but the buildings, the people, the facilities that we have out here is second to none. And to be honest with you, there's not a better city administration in the state of Tennessee than Mount Juliet.
That's right. Thank you for saying that.
They are. They're great. I just appreciate what they did during the tornado. Delivering pizzas, coming by, and it's just a great feeling to know you're part of a community. And I've been doing this for 50 years. I got out for about 10 after we sold out Thomas Nelson. Basically, how I got into it was I had all these college kids want something to do. And they'd fly in from Arizona State, LSU. I had the Christmas tree lost from here to Bellevue. I had 13 of them. And back then, I'd go to Michigan to the farmers and buy them. Now, all these trees here come out of North Carolina. I built a relationship with a guy named Klein Church over there back in probably 1982. You couldn't get any Frasers hardly to then. And they have what happened, why the prices have got so crazy. About 6 years ago, they had a big drought over there, and it killed all the 4 and 5 year old trees. And so now it kind of squeezed out all the small farmers, and now it's basically owned by corporations. Mm-hmm. But Klein Smith is still one of the biggest growers over there, and that's who furnishes our trees. We bring in premium trees. We will bring in a few, what you call number one select, but 90% of our trees are all premiums. And you're going to pay a lot more money for it, but you're going to get an A1 tree that's going to last you. And real quick, let me tell you how you keep it fresh. When you put that tree in the stand, we're going to give it a fresh cut. And then what you're going to do is fill that stand with water, and after a couple of days, it'll quit taking water. You keep about 3 inches of water in your stand, and you pack ice packs and Ziploc bags around the trunk of the tree, and every 2 days, you change those bags out. The key is keep the trunk cold. The tree thinks it's outside. It won't shed its leaves. If I leave these trees out here right now to April, they'll look just like now because they're cold. You got to keep the trunk cold.
It's definitely cold out here.
Okay. And the main thing, close your heat vents, everything anywhere around the tree. that's kind of the way that this business works. And I have a guy named Jim McLeod who had Santa trees. He sold books for me 3 summers, and when I got out, I basically gave him all my lots out in that area. And I called him up about 12 years ago, and I said, Jim, I need something for getting my grandkids to working with me on the weekends. And so I got a deal with him. I said, you going to furnish my trees, and I don't sell, you going to take back, Jim. I said, he said, I would.
I like you, Sonny.
He's awesome.
And every week we get a fresh load of trees in here.
And what are the heights ranges you have?
We have from 12 footers down to but roughly 5 footers. We sell a lot of big trees out here. You know, Mount Judah's got a lot of money now.
They do.
So
I've noticed.
So basically, I can charge national prices out here. That's why I bring in the real
The nicer trees.
the nicer trees.
Top notch for a top notch community. They want excellence.
Exactly.
We've given them. And
Exactly.
And that's why it's important to fill out your census.
absolutely.
So we can
NJCensus.org.
continue.
Well,
provide
I haven't
those.
filled mine out yet, but she doesn't let me know. I had better
Sonny.
fill them out. Or
I know where he lives, y'all.
She
I
knows
thought I
where I
told
live.
you that everybody has to fill out the census before we put them on air.
And here, the
We'll
guy,
make sure he does that
the
before
guy
he
that
leaves.
keeps this one is right here, Joe. Joe's a 20-year plus veteran of Afghanistan and also Iraq and so forth. He
Thank
was
you,
a
Joe,
special
for your
Yeah,
forces.
thank you for your service, Joe.
He's a great guy.
And his wife makes the bows in there that you can buy for your tree topper or
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
roof. And they're beautiful.
Yeah,
So you guys are located just right next to Providence Wine and Spirits here in South Mount Juliet, across from Providence. And you want to get
What do we have to give away?
we have 2 $100 Christmas trees
For people.
to 2 different people. That's right. So you can come by City Hall and pick up your gift certificate. It'll be for $100 tree here
And
at Santa Trees.
I want to say thank you very much for being out here with us today. Just always be with good friends like Jennifer.
It's always
I've
fun
known
to
her a
catch
long
up.
time, so forth, you know. And I especially want to thank old Kenny Powers over here. He and I have been
That's
friends
right.
a long time. And
Very
he moved me down
generous.
here because he sold a lot I was on all those years up there and built a little health clinic up there. So he said, I move you down here, Sonny.
That's a great lot for you.
And another thing too, I'm not in the mud down here.
You're not in the mud. That was muddy. I remember you had to walk the plank to look at the
I had to
trees.
put planks in there, yeah. It's good to be here with all y'all today.
Absolutely.
It really is. So thank you very, very much for highlighting us a little bit, and
Yep.
we'll try to be a good servant to the city of Mount
You
Juliet.
always are. We're going to ask Siri to pick a number for us.
Hey Siri, pick a random number between 1 and 5,508.
It's 4,090.
4,090.
4,090. So it's the
That's right.
first time of you watching. We are
That's who's going to
handing
win.
that off to Connor
Whoever.
Moore and Rob Ely to find out in their database what number that is attached to, and then we'll make sure they live in the city, and we will make sure to give you a free tree. Got one more to choose from. Hey Siri, select a random number between 1 and 5,518.
It's 1,165.
Low numbers.
1,165. 1,165. So we have these 2 winners. And Miss Hamlin, we're doing $1,000 to small local businesses this week, which is a big deal because it's Small
Oh my
Business
God.
Saturday. But also, you think about all the giveaways we've done, we're probably north of $2,000. So
We
if you filled
are.
out your census early, it's really a big advantage for you because you got a lot of chances to win a lot
That's
of money.
right. Before everybody else fills theirs out. So it's very important that you get on mjcensus.org and fill out your census information for us.
And we don't have to knock on your door either.
Yes. Nobody wants the
Nobody.
police officer to knock on their door.
Or
If
the
you want to get
fire.
a building permit out here, you better send them in.
Yep.
We actually turn them over really quick. We're always hearing from our developers that we have a good process. So
You really do.
yeah. So we have the name. Is that okay?
Oh, that's fine.
You want to do it for us? Thank you. So you want to read those names?
You read them.
Okay. So 4090 is Sarah Y. 4090 Sarah Y. And 1165 is Aaron B. 1165 is Aaron B. So you guys can come by City Hall and get your gift certificate for a $100 Christmas tree from Santa's Trees.
Yes.
And if you don't come to City Hall, we'll find a way to contact you
Via the mail.
through
Yeah.
various different means, and want to continue to hide these identifications as we promised when you fill out the MJ Census. Again, tell your friends, fill out mjcensus.org. Very simple, and it means a lot. Joe, Sonny, Jennifer, Justin, thank y'all so much.
Thank
We
y'all.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Until the
Thank
next
you.
Facebook
Thank
Live, which
you,
is
Joe.
Been a pleasure.